Hi, this is Nat Moes. I'm here with Sam Krohlow. We're watching the Tokyo MTG Vintage Open. Right now we're looking at round 4, game 1. And on the left you have a surprising mono red deck, and on the right there's a fairly... I guess it's pretty new. We have a Bomberman that also has a Monastery Mentor in it. So blue-white control with Monetary Mentor and Bomberman combo.
Was it just blue-white?
I think so. But he's got some interesting card choices there. He's got which spellbomb did we say that was?
Origin?
Was that Life Spark? I think it's Life Spark spellbomb. It's the one that makes a mirror token. So
yeah, the one from Scars of Mirrodin that's white base.
The mono red deck is
Vexing Shusher.
Is opening up with Vexing Shusher. That'll make some spells uncounterable as long as it. Is that card itself also uncounterable?
Yes.
Yes.
Vexing Shusher is uncounterable, and you can pay a red or green to make target spell uncounterable this turn.
So that's
how it's worded.
That's pretty good in Vintage in general. Great against Chalice of the Void, either your own or your opponent's, and it'll be great against his opponent's counter spells as long as it survives.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you have one mana open, they basically can't counter any of your spells.
Right.
Or you'll just counter for a mana.
Right. I like the mono red approach in Vintage. I always feel like mono red has a lot of good answers to the Vintage threats that you face. Those being big blue cards and artifacts. I mean, red seems well positioned to answer both of those.
Yeah, that's true. And you also get to play Chalice of the Void and Blood Moon effects too.
Right. Yeah.
So you got a game against blue.
Right.
And Blood Moon's also good against workshops.
Right. Yeah, the Blood Moon and Magus of the Moon, both of those do a good job shutting off fetch lands and dual lands and blue decks, and obviously all of the shops cards are pretty much negated. They don't have basics of any kind. The risk, of course, is that your opponent realizes that you're playing red and will go get their basics first, but you can always deal with that with Strip Mine, as just happened here.
Oh, okay. So the first Shusher gets swords, and he played another one.
Right. Yeah, he had 2 in his opening hand. He's also got Koth of the Hammer. I think he has 2 of those in his opening hand too, which is pretty impressive. I don't believe I've ever seen that card resolved in Vintage before.
Vintage, yeah.
But it's on the right. The Bomberman player he's already got Lotus in play, which is a big part of his combo. The Bomberman combo is basically Ariok Salvagers and Lotus. Once you resolve Lotus, you can make infinite mana with the Salvagers. You return it to your hand and sack it again for 3 white. Return it to your hand. Sack it again for 3 white. You've netted a white every time. So, and then once you have enough white mana, you can do it for whatever color you want.
Comboed with whichever spellbomb that is.
Yeah. He can also make infinite mirror tokens.
Yep, and he can draw his entire deck.
So here we do have a Koth of the Hammer. I had to look this up, but it's a plus ability. Koth's plus ability turns a mountain into a 4/4.
And it untaps it and gives it haste, I believe. Or no, maybe not haste.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
It just untaps it.
Yeah. And then the next ability...
It's like -2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Add a red mana for each mountain you control.
Right. And then the last one is your mountain. You have an emblem that your mountains can tap to deal damage to the target creature or player. So.
I think it's only like -5 for that too or something.
Yeah, he has to... he starts at 3, so he has to use his plus ability twice to get there, and 3 if he wants to survive.
His ultimate's really good too with Blood Moon effect, because then everything's a mountain.
Right, everything's a mountain, and it's having that sort of direct damage ability is pretty relevant in Vintage right now. I mean, there's a lot of little creatures running around. They're frequently it'll be a good way to just control the board, and if not, you can just fire it at your opponent.
Yeah. Got a Library of Alexandria on the right now. Or here. But he doesn't have... He has maybe 5 cards in hand?
Yeah, he's not... doesn't have active library.
I feel like you don't see libraries much anymore.
Library has been... It goes up and down as far as its popularity. I mean, I think it depends a lot on how fast the format is and how eager people are to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does well in control decks because you can really, as you try and make the game last longer, you can get more and more advantage out of it. But so Koth has animated a mountain, and we're starting the attack here.
So swinging in for 6.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pretty quick clock. I mean,
Is he down to 6 already?
yeah, I think he is. So we're 20-6, and the Bomberman player is going to have to do something this turn, either to survive or to win the game. And I mean, like I said, Bomberman does have a combo, so he could just combo out. And Time Lock will, of course, buy a turn.
Is he living on a top deck?
Or in this case, a top deck. So.
Looks like a preordain.
We'd be okay with preordain in this situation.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
I think he's going to have something good in that preordain if that's what he's going to live with.
Because to start the Bomberman combo, you need 6 mana essentially to play Salvagers and then return Lotus for 2 mana.
Right, and he does have a way to sort of delay things. I mean, he can use that spell bomb to make a creature.
Do you just have to tap and sacrifice it for that ability? I forget how it works. Or is that the one where it goes to the graveyard?
It would mirror.
I forget.
Yeah, it would mirror the Nile spellbomb. So I think you would pay white to draw the card when it goes to the graveyard.
Yeah, and just tap it and sacrifice to make a dude.
Yeah, I think so.
I know some of them cost money or mana to activate.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it may have an activation cost.
Yeah, I'm not sure that this one does. But it's got a land here.
That's good. Now he has access to white, and he can for sure use that spell bomb.
Huh. So that means he'll be able to block the 4/4 next turn, only take 2 damage,
Right.
and have enough mana to combo off if he has salvagers.
If he has salvagers available. Yeah, it's sort of refreshing. We've been over the past few matches. We've watched a lot of shops.
Yeah,
and it's nice to see a blue deck and the mono red deck is very original. It's fun to watch.
Definitely, it's not very often you see mono red.
Right.
Vintage. It's always fun to watch, though.
Right. So.
Oh, I just noticed the strip mine is altered.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, he has the extended art strip mine there in the mono red player side. So yeah, he's going to make that token, it looks like, and probably he'll be able to draw the card off of it too. Yep.
There we go.
So yeah, finally was able to get full value out of that spell bomb.
I think he drew a Monastery Mentor, but I'm not sure.
Monastery Mentor would be good here too.
You could definitely clog up the board and buy yourself some time, if not win the game.
Right. Yeah, I think with Monastery Mentor he'd turn the tide.
He has a Force of Will in hand as well.
I think it's sort of a matter of whether he has the salvagers available or thinks he will. I mean, he certainly, at this point, it looks like he's banking on the fact that he's going to live another turn if he had Monastery Mentor in hand and didn't play it.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good point.
Right. So we could potentially animate 2 mountains here, right?
Oh yeah, if you play tap it for red, use Koth to untap it, activate it, and then play your second Koth and do the same thing to another mountain. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I suppose. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to animate the 1 and get in. That, of course, will get blocked by the mirror token.
I wonder if he would have won if he would have animated 2 mountains. That's curious.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got something, though.
Oh, well, because you'd have to have the one tapped if you...
But you can just tap... Koth untaps it.
Right.
So you can tap it for the red, untap it.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
And then use it... Or keep it untapped.
Right.
And you already have the mana.
I see. Yeah,
oh,
so
he's got salvagers.
So yeah, Bomberman does have salvagers here. That's going to... he should be able to combo out here. He can at least make limitless mirror tokens with the Black Lotus and the Spellbomb that he had earlier.
Yep.
And that would allow him to draw his deck as well.
This looks like the universal symbol for a very large number of these.
Yeah, I think he's demonstrating the combo there, and he's pointing out that he's going to do this several times in a row. And at this point, usually when I would do that, I would just pick up a chunk of cards off the top of my deck and say, I'm drawing this many cards.
Yep. And he already uses Time Lock, unfortunately, so he can't just win right now.
Right.
He has to pass the turn at least once.
Yeah, it sort of depends if he has a Snapcaster Mage or anything.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Which I guess is a possibility.
Some lists do play that.
But
looks like the red player has a City of Traders and a Koth in hand, so he's not doing anything there.
Yeah, the red deck doesn't look very interactive, except on the board. So I think he can deal some damage, but we didn't see anything very much that he could interact with in hand. Like it seems like he's just letting his opponent goldfish for a while.
Mm-hmm. The player on the right is in control.
Right, and and you can see he's drawing a few cards there. He does have a Mentor in hand. Looks like he has a couple of counters. And I think he can sort of dictate his terms. He can say how many mirror tokens he has, and if he plays the Mentor, which I assume he will, he can say how many monk tokens he has too.
Yeah, he can. So good.
he can fill his hand here with any number of cards. So I think we're at this point. I anyway am just waiting for a concession from the mono red player. So yeah, we're looking at 3 Mentors in play.
Oh God.
We're making several monk tokens with every spell here. I think we're at this point. It's one of those things you don't even really have to keep track of things.
What is it? What is the blue-eyed player at? 3?
Yes, he's at 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wonder if the red player is just waiting.
Yeah, you might be
draws a burn spell.
Yeah, you might be waiting to see if he can draw a burn spell.
But we know that's not going to resolve.
He can make it uncounterable.
Oh shit! This is interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, right. I mean, the game is not necessarily over, but it really, I think, depends on the top deck, and if the blue player can just can actually close out the game here. Like we already know he's played Time Walk, but he might have a few other. There's obviously a few other things he could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know one of the new cards that the Bomberman lists are playing is Tasigur.
Yeah, if they run in Esper colors, definitely.
Right, and the way that works is you can, with the infinite mana, you can play and recur Ancestral Recall after drawing your deck using Tasigur. And you can target your opponent with Ancestral Recall and
just make them draw
and mill them. So, that's certainly. That's like I said. That's one of the new cards,
and that seems really good.
Yeah, it's not going to make an appearance here. It doesn't look like, but I know that's starting to appear, and it's a very good win condition.
Because how does it work? He puts 2 cards in your graveyard, and your opponent picks a card from your graveyard to put in your hand.
Right.
And you essentially do your entire library, and then return your entire graveyard to your hand because you can't dump any more in there.
Right.
Okay. So you get everything and then make them draw everything.
Right. Yeah, you don't draw out of your library, but you draw out of your graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
So, you add cards to your hand out of your graveyard, so it doesn't kill you by using Tasigur's ability repeatedly.
Yep.
And then you can basically put your entire deck in your hand and, like I said, replay Ancestral Recall targeting your opponent with infinite mana and all your counters in your hand. So.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
Right.
That was always one thing with Bomberman when you pass the turn. Swinging for lethal next turn is
right.
You had counters, but you only had so much mana available because it used Lotus and whatever land.
Right. Yeah, you could have Lotus untapped plus any Moxes that you had. Well, actually, you could usually untap your Moxes because you could blow them all up with engineered explosives and replay them all. So you'd usually have at least 4 blue mana plus maybe a land if you didn't have it untapped, and or if you didn't have it tapped rather, and then any Moxes that you have. Mm-hmm. But I think we're still sort of waiting on the official end of the game here. Mm-hmm. The Bomberman player has done all he wants to this turn. Looks like he's going into his discard phase. He's constructing a hand.
And when you pass the turn, you only get 7 cards.
Right.
Feels so much better with your deck.
Right. Right. Yeah, we do have. Many monk tokens in play, and I don't think we have it enumerated. There we go. There's 1 million mirror tokens. So, all those mirror tokens come from that spell bomb. So, the red player is looking at the top card of his library, and it is not what he was looking for. Waiting to see what it is. Oh, Viashino Heretic.
Oh yeah, that's not very good right now.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit too slow. I think we're going to get the concession here. Thinking.
Too bad nothing has flying on his side.
Yeah, right.
That'd be really good.
Yeah, and if Koth must not be at 5 yet.
Oh, otherwise you could burn him right out.
Yeah. Either Koth.